In today's video, we are going to discuss an important topic that's relevant to not just project managers, but I think everyone, regardless of their field of work: how to manage project risk. Risk is an inherent part of a project, so whether we like it or not, we're constantly exposed to different types of risk. And that sounds weird. And the way we manage them can significantly impact the project's success. Therefore, it's important to develop skills and strategies to manage risks effectively. Hello, my name is Moyo, and welcome to another episode of TPM Gracefully. On this channel, I talk about all things personal and professional development, and my goal is to work with you in being your best, most authentic self. Let me tell you a story about how lack of proper risk management impacted my project recently. So my team received a request from an internal customer for a new feature. The customer wanted this feature shipped ASAP as always. And because we're typically a responsive team, we jumped right into problem solving. I, as the TPM, collected the requirements and asked the customer to sign off on it. However, in the process of analyzing the requirements to estimate how long it's going to take, we realized that this feature was a much bigger ask than it seems and was going to impact so many other parts of our systems and architecture. It could lead to several risks arising in the future, in the near future. So we had to backtrack a little, ask more questions, and most importantly, ask the customer why. So what do you do to manage risk guidance? Here are some tips to help you manage them. Number one, identify the risk. The first step in managing risk is to identify them. For projects, asking the why questions during requirements analysis can often help uncover these. Understand the business case very well for the project that you are and use your experience from other projects to ask important questions. The second thing you want to do is assess the risk. Once you have identified the risks, and the next step is to assess them. This involves evaluating the likelihood and the potential impact of each risk. Ask yourself questions such as how likely is this risk to occur and what would be the consequences if it did happen. After you've identified the risk and assessed the risk, it's time for you to develop a risk management plan. You've done all of these things to understand what the potential risk could be, and now how do we make sure that we manage this? This plan should outline the steps that you will take to manage each risk. The approach you take for every risk can be different. You can choose to mitigate, reduce, or accept the risk. Lean on your team of subject matter experts to help determine the best approach to take for any given risk. And most importantly, document, document, document. I cannot overemphasize this enough. As a project manager, documentation is your best friend. Write everything down, understand the impact, and make sure that you're constantly documenting. Because this is going to save you. Trust me, this is going to save your ass in the future. The next thing you want to do is monitor and review. Managing risk is an ongoing process, and it's important to monitor and review your risk management plan regularly. This will help you identify any new risks that may arise and ensure that your existing risk management strategies are still effective. Carry the customer or stakeholders along as you review your project risks and be sure to always get buy-in along the way. Make sure that you're getting buy-in from subject matter experts, from the customer, and reviewing this with your team as often as possible. You are not the one-man island. You need to actually work with your team in developing a solid project management plan. So in conclusion, managing risk is an important project management skill that every project manager should have and develop. By identifying, assessing, developing a risk management plan, and monitoring and reviewing your plan regularly, you can effectively manage risk and minimize their impact on your projects. Remember, taking calculated risks can be beneficial, but managing them effectively is key. Thanks for watching today's video, and don't forget to like and subscribe if you found today's video useful, and I hope to see more of you. Bye!